Thank you, Doug. And I'm just going to wait for my microphone to come up. Fantastic. Oh. Hey, everybody. Hi. Hi. It's good to get everybody re-engaged a little bit. I'm not an expert. I think it's very important dialogue. I'm an entrepreneur. Are there any people here that have actually started or founded a business from scratch? Anyone? Right? Doug? Some other people? And you know what the interpretation or the definition of an entrepreneur is, right? It's someone who can tolerate high amounts of pain, right? It's someone who can persevere in spite of not having all of the answers, which is what I do. And really my conversation today is to chat a little bit about a solution that I think is relevant to today's topic. Take you through a little bit of a journey, and I'm hoping that in my 15 minutes, because Doug didn't give me very much time, I can help you pivot a little bit. And I'll take you through a quick exercise, and I'm going to have you participate with me a little bit. Fair? Especially if you can pivot or give you a paradigm shift, it's worth participating in. Now, we've been here all day, and let me find my clicker. Sorry for the feedback. Oh, that's got to be play. So that's me. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a technology company out of Canada. I'm the president of the Vancouver chapter of the Entrepreneurs Organization. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I've never really had a job. I was a waiter once, but that's kind of like being self-employed as well. I want to as well thank Doug. It was really just over a year ago. And Mike Biddle, who's an inspiration to me. And I'm going to show you as well that great minds do think alike, because Doug stole a lot of the slides that I was using today as well. But it was because of Doug and Mike Biddle that I'm here. Certainly a great inspiration. It was Mike Biddle's TED Talk that gave me the feet to stand on and move forward. I'm going to talk a little bit about the problems. I mean, it's all been presented, and I'm going to be very quick in this. And when I look at a plastic spoon, I'm amazed at a plastic spoon. I'm amazed that we in society today have reduced all value in people, all value in life, where we think that we can go out, mine petroleum, bring it out of the ground, ship it somewhere, get it refined, take that somewhere else, get it refined again, turn it into a pellet of some sort, ship it across the world, take it to some facility that will then manufacture a spoon, which will then manufacture multiples of spoons, put it into a box, then put it into a case, then put that case on another boat, which will get shipped across the world again, then go to a facility, it'll be put in a truck, we'll go back to another facility, get distributed by the box, then shipped to a grocery store, it'll go into the grocery store shelf, it'll sit there on the shelf waiting for you. You will then go and buy that box, you'll get in your car, leave your house to go to the grocery store to find that box of spoons, to then come home with that box of spoons and think that the price of that spoon is less than going into your cutlery drawer and using a metal one. I'm not sure how that's happened, but to me that's indicative of the devaluation of our environment and our society and of people, because it really is a closed loop situation. I'm not an environmentalist. I'm a humanitarian. I think that it's a humanitarian problem. I think it is really humans that have caused the issue, and I think it's humans that can solve it. Yeah, 4 billion tons. I don't have any empirical numbers. Google tells me all kinds of things. There's lots of plastic that's being manufactured all the time. We know that a lot of it is, we've got 300 million tons manufactured every year, 4 billion tons on the Earth. All the plastic that we've manufactured is still on the Earth. We can dialogue that. Mike says it's 500 million tons that's being produced every year. Somewhere around 7 million tons is going into the ocean every year. Big problems, less than 10% is being recycled. We know this, we've chatted. 120,000 bottles every minute making it to the ocean. Global catastrophe, no value. And we can equate it to a $7 trillion annual problem. We've seen these slides out of the bellies of birds. We can see how species of birds are being affected. Birds are starving while full. It's making its way into the habitat. Global catastrophe affecting species, in the bellies of fish. And in this slide, you might not be able to see the man fishing in that soup. And we can see that plastic ingestion from the fish is certainly making its way into society and to people. I'm going to get you to participate in a quick exercise. I need you all to continuously focus on something that is red. Around the room, look for red. This is critically important. I need you to participate. If you're Facebooking or looking at your phone, if you could just lift your head for a moment and look for the things around the room that are red. There's red on the pull station there. There's red on the exit signs. There's red in the picture. Some people are wearing red. This is very important. I promise you this will be important. Focus on everything in red. I'm going to give you about another 10 seconds or so to focus on what you see that's red. Okay? So I'll get you to close your eyes. For those that are participating, please close your eyes. Please close your eyes. Now, I need you to point to everything that's blue. Okay, now you can open your eyes, because what I really wanted to emphasize there was that what you think about is what you see. And so now you can think about the environmental catastrophe and the cost to the planet, and you can be focused on the problems, which our beautiful people who are environmentalists have been so great to bring to our attention, and to continue to exhibit the cost, or you can be focused on the solution, and that's me as an entrepreneur. I don't have all the answers at all. I just have the ability to take pain. I have the ability to lie awake at night in deep worry and persevere anyhow. It's really just about having a new lens. And that's the way that I approach life. I'm eternally positive. I see the goodness in things. And for myself, I continue to look for the solution, not the problem. 8 trillion pounds of plastic are sitting on the earth. 8 trillion pounds. All the plastic we've ever made, still sitting on the earth. Pretty much, except for the plastic that's been incinerated. Right? Very small percentage. Right? So, Mike, what do you think the average price of plastic is by the pound? $1. Well, let's cut that in half and say it's 50 cents. You got 8 trillion pounds of plastic at 50 cents a pound. You got $4 trillion worth of plastic sitting on the planet. Largest producing diamond mine in the world is in Russia. It is currently producing about $3.4 billion worth of diamonds a year. There's a lot of resources that have to go into mining diamonds. However, there's $4 trillion worth of plastic sitting on the earth, which nobody is going after. Now, I think that that is an amazing opportunity. Set aside the environmental impact and the benefit of going out and recycling that. Now, the journey is a destination for me. That's the way I live my life. Every day is fantastic, and I just continue to see solutions wherever I go. And from that, I've had some great journeys. And I've created an organization called the Plastic Bank to reveal value in people, to continuously improve, and to love. This is banks of a small tributary in Peru. People continue to ask and continue to talk about plastic in the ocean. We've had all kinds of people come up with some creative ideas on building boats to go out into this ocean and kind of collect the plastic, but I hear really globally, very little conversation about keeping the plastic from entering the ocean to begin with. So one of the pictures that Mike didn't have. This is outside of Lebanon. You can see the catastrophe there. This has had a few landslides into the Mediterranean. People again ask how plastic enters the ocean. Well, yeah, we can talk about the supposed 70 tons of plastic blowing into the ocean every day from Los Angeles, but I think this really exemplifies where it's coming from. Now that last picture, banks of Peru, or banks of a river in Peru. This is part of a slum, 1 million people living in this slum. This is their waste disposal. People throw things away. There's no such thing as a way, it goes somewhere. So the Plastic Bank. And again, I don't have all the answers. And I'm here today to talk about the Plastic Bank because I hope to engage great minds to uncover the questions that I need to have answered. Now, we've been very effective so far globally. we're working into Latin America, and we've created a process where we can incentivize the world's poor to collect and exchange plastic waste as a currency. So we pay them pound for pound and create a process where foundations can implement micro-recycling entrepreneurs in developing nations, which allows them to come out of poverty by cleaning the environment, ultimately creating an opportunity where the plastic becomes too valuable to waste. And I can converse that if every plastic bottle that you saw was worth $5 or $10 and it was blowing across the street, do you think it would get very far? No. So it's not the plastic itself, but the value that we see inside it. And so I believe as an entrepreneur that my opportunity is to provide additional value or perceived value in that plastic. Now, we use some additive technologies. We use additive printing technology. 3D printing is an incentivization. We've gamified it. We continue to build out technology that incentivizes the poor to collect and exchange. With a team of engineers at the University of British Columbia, we've created a tabletop machine where you can bring in various plastics. There's some technological issues, but you can bring in plastics and have it on-site turned into 3D printing filament to free the creativity of the poor so they can come in and create things that they can sell in their community as well. So they can go out and collect waste and turn that into opportunity. They're some of the most resourceful people in the world. They have to be resourceful or else they would die. There are untapped countless Einsteins that just live in such disadvantage that they have no opportunity to contribute back to society. That in essence is the purpose of the plastic bin. To free the creativity of the world's poor to solve the solutions on their own. Using what has been viewed as waste as the opportunity to come out of the most disadvantaged areas of the world. In a nutshell. We work with universities. We're working with the University Católica Pacifica of Peru. It's revered as the Harvard. We understand that one of the great ways is to have local administration. We work with the universities that use all the faculties to contribute. They then work within the foundations that are already working with the waste picking community, or what should be a resource entrepreneur community. And we work with some great foundations that are already doing some great work around the world. It's a business solution. I don't need to have all the infrastructure. I just need to support the people who already do. I just need to continue adding value to the chain. We work with some great people around the world, some well-recognized, beautiful people that are making big changes. And to close the loop, our global trademark is social plastic. Social plastic is plastic that's been harvested by the world's poor from the ocean-bound waterways. And we provide corporations the opportunity to have social story in products that use plastic in their manufacturing. Because I know that things have changed. I see it all the time because I'm looking for the solution. But just like many of today's millennials, they're not interested in buying cars. They're interested in doing well and social. And they demand it. And I'm convinced that if you're going to compete, if you're going to be in business in the future, you must be social. And I can't help but think that providing corporations that use that plastic the opportunity to have social story is a good way to start. I don't have all the answers. I keep looking for them. I keep taking one step forward, and another question pops up, and I solve that, and I keep moving forward. And that's the plastic thing. Was that 15 minutes, thereabouts?